Hey y'all, I'm Tay from Fandomentals. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It is a solo mango live, so bear with me as I get through all of this awesome news that we have for this week. But here we go. Hey y'all, it is episode 70 of Fandomentals. It's again me, Tay. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump right into some Marvel and we'll just get this ball rolling on this beautiful Monday afternoon. Okay, so the first thing that obviously I want to start off with is Daredevil Born Again, episode 1, The North Star. This new episode or this new season of Daredevil is just kicked off. We are a couple of days from episode 2 and 3. And honestly, like I am super enjoying it. Between like the black suit and just the little nods and references to Jessica Jones. I'm super excited to see where this whole season takes us, because we know that we're going to get to eventually get to actually see Jessica Jones due to the kind of just like the what do you want to call it, the trailers that we've gotten this far. So super excited to see her come back, because I love my girl Jessica. I'm gonna be honest, it's great. And then also in this, you get to see right at the very end, spoiler for anybody who hasn't seen this first episode, the bullseye, knife that it gets thrown in, and you're welcome. So does that mean that we're going to get a Daredevil and Bullseye like kind of team up? Like, what exactly does that mean? Are mass vigilantes all helping each other out now? I don't know. Like, it's really exciting stuff, and I really can't wait to see where this next episode goes. Yeah. So with that being said, I'm going to hop over into Wonder Man. Wonder Man, we got a update that they are in fact going to be doing a season 2, which is kind of awesome. I really did enjoy season 1. I liked it for what it was. I know a lot of people really didn't, but I actually did, just because like I knew that it was supposed to be a one-off. But now it isn't, and there was a lot of questions that kind of were thrown in at the end of the first season ending. So I am glad that actually we are getting a season 2, just so we can know really where Simon goes with all these things that are happening. And I see you in the comics. Hey, Phoenix. Super happy to have you here, man. So the next topic is the Punisher One Last Kill, is what they ended up calling it. And we got a little logo, and that looked super neat, super like detailed, and like, yeah, it's Punisher. But other than that, we also got a update to the fact that we are going to get this on May 13th as the release date. And yeah, AD's in the comments. Hey, what up? Season 2, I'm expecting that season 2 is going to be, super great as well. And thank you. I super do appreciate you being here. So the next topic that I want to talk about is just Cyclops. We've gotten some just like interviews of James Marsden saying that, he's just kind of teasing that being in the Cyclops costume and it being comic accurate is felt really cool, and like he's so ready for all of us to see it. I can't wait. Avengers Doomsday is getting closer and closer every day. And I'm a sucker for the Fox X-Men. And so being able to see them again, more of them rather than just Wolverine and Sabretooth and Deadpool and Wolverine and Toad. But getting to see Cyclops, Beast, Mystique, just to name a few, coming back, I'm really, really excited to see them come back. And yeah, samesies. So the next thing I want to talk about is Spider-Man Brand New Day. We talked about it last week, the fact that we got their first like teaser trailer that came out. Well, guess what? That teaser trailer actually ended up breaking like the first ever trailer to get 1 billion views, which actually is really cool. It's a great teaser trailer for those of you that haven't seen it. It does like leave a lot of mystery on. Um, yes, do it. You can watch it on Facebook or you can watch it here on Twitch. You know, whatever is up to you, Phoenix. But AD is, you know, on Facebook. But yeah, Spider-Man Brand New Day. It's the first ever trailer to get that first 1 billion views. Honestly, it is well worth it. Or yeah, it's like well deserved is what I want to try to say. Just because it's a great trailer. It leaves you on the edge of your seat, wanting to know more, wanting to know where this all goes, getting to see the little note that Peter wrote to MJ, and you're just like, oh man, is he gonna give that to her, or is he just like holding on to this and it's just never gonna see the light of day and she's never gonna see it? Um, Man, so many good things in Marvel this week, and really all around. I never thought that Marvel was gone. Like everybody was like, "Oh, Marvel's coming back, doing their comeback or whatever." Or Marvel wasn't there where it was supposed to be when the Marvels came out and all of everything. Um, Honestly, like I never felt like the Marvel universe like went away. Sure, they had their things that they were working through, but we like think about when we first got Marvel stuff before we even got the Avengers, and it became this Marvel Cinematic Universe, where we had Iron Man and the Incredible Hulk, and a lot of people didn't really like those, but you know, it's a preference choice. Yes, I agree with that, Phoenix. I still actually haven't seen Secret Invasion. Y'all can come at me; it's okay. But I just heard that it was not great, and I was like, I have so much other things that I can do with my time, so I didn't watch it. The next thing on the list, which is actually the last Marvel news that we have for today, is the Avengers Secret Wars. We got an update that Chris Evans is actually confirmed to be in Secret Wars. So, you know, does that mean that we have potentially spoiled Doomsday, or does that mean that he's going to be in some flashbacks? I don't know. I like to kind of think that um, it could be either or, and I don't really think that they are going to spoil characters. Like we know that Sadie Sink is going to be in Secret Wars. We still don't know who she's going to be, and there are so many theories on that. But we know that she's going to be in Secret Wars again. Does that mean that like her character doesn't die in Spider-Man Brand New Day, or maybe she does die and now we're just getting flashbacks of her like Aunt May? Who really knows? Um, so yeah, thank you, Phoenix, for being everywhere and everything all at once. So moving on, we're gonna go ahead and jump into some DC. Okay, so straight up off the bat, we only have one thing for DC today, and I really wanted to talk about it, so I put it on the list. So the Jimmy Olsen TV series, which is going to be the uh, not side quest, but spin-off of the Superman movie. It is happening. We've been talking about it, but the direct recently actually confirmed that it will be a crime mystery comedy show. So I really like crime mystery like kind of things, especially like The Burbs that just came out on Peacock a couple of months ago during the Super Bowl. That was a really cool TV series. I really like Supernatural as well. So I like the crime mystery and then a little bit of comedy mixed in it as well. But I'm excited to see what they do again with this show. And I hope it isn't like corny or anything. But knowing that James Gunn has his hands in it right now, it has me hopeful, very much hopeful. Jimmy Olsen player, international man of mystery. Yes, absolutely that. So that's it for DC. I'm gonna go ahead and jump into some Star Wars, which is right here. Okay, so the first thing that we have on the list, we only have two things to talk about, but Finn from the newest trilogy of Star Wars actually may be having a return and a comeback to Star Wars. He's been talking to the boss, and John Boyega has actually said that they are looking at bringing him back. I never really had an issue with his character per se. I had more issue with the storyline. So I don't know. I don't want to say that I'm excited for this or I'm not. I'm just kind of feeling like I just want to know more information as to how they're looking at bringing him back. Honestly, and Phoenix is in the comics saying that good he was robbed. I do think he is like a talented actor, but I'm more concerned about the storyline overall as to what they're going to do with him, because we know that it's not always the actor's fault that like something bad was done with them. Let's take Robert Pattinson for a really good example for Twilight. He is known as Edward, and a lot of people had a sour taste in their mouth. Then he was coming out with other movies, but the most recently well known one that everybody was kind of questioning was the fact that he was going to be Batman. So, like I think he blew Batman out of the water. I think he did it really well. So it just comes to show you that, like, sometimes actors really are robbed from what all they put out there. Batman. Batman. Sorry. Anyway, so the next thing that I wanted to talk about was the fact that Mandalorian and Grogu actually had a compilation kind of come out. As we get closer and closer to it coming out on the May 22nd, we are getting more news about it, and we're getting more visuals, which I think is pretty neat. I'm still like biting my tongue and holding my breath to make sure that this is actually something that I'm excited. But yeah, AD doubles it. He killed it for the Batman role, and I'm really excited to see what they do with Mandalorian Grogu. I do want to rewatch the Mandalorian series before going out to theaters to watch this in May. Thankfully, I have some time on my hands that I can do that. So, yeah, so that's what is coming out for Star Wars. And we're going to go ahead and run into Educated Wish. All right, you guys already know what it is. The first thing that I want to talk about on our list is Shrinking. It is season 3, episode 9. It's entitled Daddy Issues. Absolutely, really enjoying this show. This was also another one of their heavier episodes where you get to see the funeral of Maya. But we do get some lighter moments with Colby Smulders, I think I'm saying her name right. And we get to see really Jason Segel's character and her really trying to like piece together their life together. But there are like heavy moments in this show, and there are a lot of heavy moments in this episode, and to be particular. But I am really enjoying Shrinking. I'm not ready for it to end. I am nervous to see what they do with Harrison Ford's character, just because he is older, and they keep on talking about the fact that he just, I don't know, is like going to retire and go to somewhere in Connecticut. Just makes me like super nervous. Yeah, it's really funny, but it's also serious. Another show like that, if you're looking for a show that's all already out, is Insecure on HBO. I will forever say that is an amazing show. The next thing on the list that I'm going to talk about is DTF St. Louis, episode 4. It's all about the Missouri Mutual Life and Health Insurance Company is the name of the actual episode. Man, DTF St. Louis is kind of a little bit slept on right now, and it is getting so crazy. Man, I really I'm excited to see where they go. And sorry, hold on. Phoenix, what what show are you talking about? The Shrinking? Shrinking, yes, I'm absolutely loving that show. Like, I really do love Shrinking. And DTF St. Louis, actually, I'm enjoying that as well. Oh, DTF, yeah. Yeah, dude. If you haven't started watching DTF St. Louis, and you're waiting for it to finally finish out and stuff, I super recommend it. At this point in this juncture of episode 4, it is literally every single time a new episode comes out, I am on the edge of my seat, waiting for like the other shoe to drop. It kind of is that crime mystery comedy that we were talking about with the Jimmy Olsen, where you don't really know where they're going to take it, and you have your own like ideas of what you think is going to happen, but you never know what it's going to happen until the show actually plays out. Um, yeah, it's really interesting to see Jason Bateman and David Harbour together is just amazing. I love their comedy, their kind of sense of humor, um, because regardless of like whatever they play, like Red Guardian or Bateman, instead of Batman, it was Bateman for that insurance commercial. I really like both of their comedy styles. God, what was that? It was called Game Night. That Jason Bateman was in, and he was really good in that too. I like Jason Bateman, um, and like I said, I like his comedy. So yeah, so this is a little serious, but it's more on the comedy side of like just like kind of cringy a little bit, just of like, oh my god, where are they going with this? This is just um, hey Crocker. And he's just like, it's super great to just see what he's doing. Man, this episode is good, and I have to watch. They come out on Sundays, so a new episode dropped yesterday, so I have to watch that, and I'm probably gonna watch that as soon as I'm done with this live. No lie, I am like super excited for it. So the next thing on the list is Rooster. This is the Steve Carell series that also comes out on Sundays. This episode is episode 3 called White Whale. And I do agree with Blake that it is a little bit harder to get into, but I'm enjoying it. Just because Jamie Tartt's in it from Ted Lasso, and I like his sense of humor. I'm a big comedy person, so I really do enjoy where they're going with this thus far. Just because like you're just wondering where we're gonna go next. Just because Steve Carell's character is now finally starting his first teaching gig at this university on this episode, and he gets like ideas and stuff from his daughter that is a professor but has to take a step back for right now. And you're just like wondering, dang, like what is he going to do, because this is really bringing him out of his element, Steve Carell's character. And I'm just really enjoying it because he calls somebody a white whale, which is why it's called White Whale. And he had to get immediately like talked to, like, you can't say that. And he was like, I didn't mean any offense by it. So it's just like, it makes you realize the type of environment that people are in now versus when they were before, and how tricky it is to kind of navigate those waters. But yeah, Rooster, pretty good so far. I am also enjoying it and ready to watch the next episode that I'll be probably also watching tonight. Other than John Oliver is something else that I really do enjoy watching. The next thing that we're going to talk about is Moana. We had the live action Moana trailer come out. There's been a lot of controversy thus far about The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's character, because he has hair, and every single time we've seen him thus far, he has not had hair. Honestly, like I don't know. See, yeah, AD gets it. Rooster is also serious, but mostly funny. But Moana, I don't know. Like, I'm kind of a little bit over all of the live action. I say that, but then also I'm super excited about Tangled because Catherine Hahn is going to be Mother Gothel. But that's just because she's great, and I'm really excited about that. Phoenix, you are right. He is not wide enough to really fit what I was expecting. I did know that during the shooting of this, we saw that he had a bodysuit on, so I thought they were going to make him a little bit like wider and more like Maui looking. Um, but they didn't. And even the girl isn't a lot of like doesn't have Moana's features, which is kind of fine for me, because a live action is live action and you don't have to have it as an exact replica. But How to Train Your Dragon did have pretty much an exact replica for their live action, and look how well they did. And wasn't it Gerard Butler that was the dad? And they made him like super wide, and he's not usually that wide for that role because he was super wide like that in How to Train Your Dragon, the TV or the animated series, animated movie. Sorry. Um, so I don't know. Like I, I don't know how I feel about this trailer. I just kind of like watched it and I was like, I'm, I'm feeling that this is more closer to like Snow White, as I'm not going to watch it. I still haven't watched the live action Lion King. I haven't watched the live action Snow White. Or I haven't even watched the live action Lilo and Stitch. Honestly, I've heard the controversies that came with that, and I don't know if I'm ready to ruin my Lilo and Stitch like experience because I really did grow up watching that. So Moana is a newer movie, so maybe like it's not going to be as like painful for me to like think about. Moana is still animated. I'm going to watch it though. What do you mean that it's still animated? Like the like Hey Hey being animated Phoenix, or like the actual Moana like movies? But as you think about that and type that out, because however fast you type as an old man, I'm gonna go ahead and start talking about the next topic, which is as controversial everything is except the rock and the girl. Oh, okay. I actually didn't know that. I thought that well, I thought like all the characters obviously are like real, like her his like mom and stuff like that. Uh, Old man McGillicuddy. Yes, that is you. But I thought that like I guess like yeah, CGI is like a big thing, but they also did tape it in like on a sandy beach, and like it looked like a lot of that stuff was going to be real. But I don't know. I guess that they could be more not. But anyway, the next topic that I'm going to talk about is something that is a lot of controversy right now and has been for a very long time, but we all nerd out about our own things. So I'm going to talk about the thing that I nerd out about. And I'm sorry if this offends anybody out there. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone is the HBO series that is coming out in like a couple of months. December 25th is actually what we ended up getting from the trailer, but we saw the Instagram post where Harry Potter is walking away with the broomstick and the on the Quidditch team. So we get to see that, and then from the actual trailer that was released the next day, we get to see Dumbledore and Snape and like some other characters as well. Honestly, like I'm a huge Harry Potter fan. Regardless of the views of the book writer and how all of that came out, and to be, I grew up on Harry Potter, and it's something that is very true to my core of who I am. I am a Ravenclaw for people who are out there wondering. I don't think that you would though. But I am looking forward to seeing this, just like AD is. It looks good. I'm really excited that we are getting more out of the books. Just because, like a movie, you only have, let's say, 2 hours for this Harry Potter, the first movie. But for the TV series, you get multiple episodes. Let's say that they're an hour each or 30 minutes a piece, and you get 7 of them. You're already more than 2 hours, right? So I'm excited to see what they do with this. Honestly, I like that we are getting a brand new Snape just because I really did love Alan Rickman. Um, I don't think anybody could really top his Snape. So the fact that we are getting somebody completely different, completely like brand new, I think is great. Just because we don't like just because the books say that this is how somebody looks, or how somebody, is, you can completely portray a character differently, if that's your adaptation. And I really do enjoy the fact that people take those leaps and steps to really try something completely different. um just because, like, characters out there are nonfiction, um or fiction is a fake one. um and you don't know exactly what they look like or what they could look like. And yes, sometimes the books do go into detail as to what they look like, but it doesn't mean that a producer, a director, a screenwriter even has to use those details from the book. um yeah, just like Project Hail Mary, there's more stuff that goes in depth with the book, so I'm finding out, than the actual movie does. And it's not necessarily a bad thing. You don't always want to sit through a 3-hour movie like The Odyssey to get all of those points. So I'm excited to see what we come out of Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I hope that they do end up doing more than one season and we do get the second book, as well as the Chamber of Secrets. But who knows? Who knows where this will land and how people react. But yeah, that's how I feel for Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Um, let's see. AD says, yeah, there's a lot of details in the books, but a large nose is different in everyone's mind. Yeah, that is true. Large nose could be my nose, or it could be, completely uh, bigger, like a toucan's nose. I don't know why I thought of a toucan, but toucans have like giant beaks, not noses. Dang it. You know what I mean? Um, anyway, this next topic is the housemaid's secret. For those of you that have seen the housemaid, it was with what's her face, Amanda Seyfried, and the girl about jeans. Oh, shoot, I can't remember what her name is. This girl over here on the right, Sydney Sweeney. That is her name. So she is coming out with the second one. It's called The Housemaid's Secret. They just got Kirsten Dunst also on their cast. This is coming out December 17th, 2027. I really actually did enjoy the first movie, the Housemaid. AD did call the ending as to like how things played out, but I didn't. I kind of like was like, ooh, um, like I'm excited to see where this goes, and the fact that now we have the housemaid secret, um, based off of the fact where the housemaid like stopped. I'm excited to see where they go with the sequel. Um, yeah, I don't want to spoil it for anybody that hasn't seen The Housemaid, but I do actually like encourage anybody to see it. AD said this should be interesting, and it's I don't see the need for a sequel, but I guess I'm here for it. Yeah, I don't necessarily need a sequel either, but I am excited to see what they do with the sequel, just based off of where the first one ended. And then AD also said, I guess, that the nose is their beak, and that's not technically wrong. Well, I appreciate you backing me up on that, because I felt like an idiot after saying, a nose could be small, but it also can be like a toucan, and I was like, that's a beak. But anyway, the the handmaid secret, is going to be the sequel. Kirsten Dunst is going to be in it, and that also comes out December 17th, 2027. So a little bit further away than this year. So we have some time to gather more information about that. Something that everyone's been kind of jonesing for, but we finally got some more information about, is Jennifer Body 2. They have been talking about doing a sequel for a while. It's like 15, maybe 20 years old at this point. Jennifer's Body. But number 2 actually got an exciting update. Oh, after 17 years, there we go. It's right between 15 and 20. Amanda Seyfried and Megan Fox both say that they are on board to do this next episode, this sequel rather. I actually haven't seen the first one. I have like wanted to, just because it's interesting to me. I like those two. I like the combo. So I do have to watch the first one. I do apologize for not watching the first one, but second one is coming out hopefully, and you guys will get some exciting stuff about that. I know that there's like a big cult following for that, for Jennifer's Body. But something that I am excited about and have a huge cult following for is The Mummy 4. We got some more details that it will start production in August of this year. So super excited about that. I can't wait to get like more information, more footage and photos and everything because I love Brendan Fraser. I just watched the Rental Family, I think is what it's called, with Brendan Fraser on Disney Plus. If you haven't watched it, super good. It gets you a little emotional, but I really did enjoy it. But Mummy 4 start production in August. I'm here for it because we're going to get more stuff out of it, and I love that. Another thing that I'm super here for is It, Welcome to Derry. We have been talking about the fact that the producers and the screenplay people, screenplay writers, have all said that they have plans for at least 3 seasons. Well, we finally got an update that we are, in fact, getting a season 2. HBO has renewed it, and we will get It Pennywise back. Super excited about that because it comes from place in the 30s, and oh, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so great because that's like during the mobster prohibition kind of ish era, and I love it. I've been, if anybody's been to Vegas, there is a mob museum that we have over in Fremont, and um, that place actually it take like the actual museum itself is in a courthouse that was used for proceedings for the mobster prohibition era kind of thing. So it felt really cool to sit where other people have sat that are from that time period. Yeah, super excited for It, Welcome to Derry season 2. It's officially happening. I can't wait to actually hear when we're going to get it. But God dang it, I'm so excited. The next thing on the list is Quiet Place 3. It has set a date for July 30th, 2027. We are, in fact, getting Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy back. So super excited about that. John Krasinski made a post on his Instagram with a bunch of different scripts, like the front of them, and it said it on the side, like, oh, whose it was or whatever. And Emily Blunt and Cillian Murphy were 2 of the ones that I picked out from that pile. But there was like, I want to say 8 scripts that were there. So if you're looking for a name in particular, go ahead and go check that out because I was super excited about it. Another thing that I'm super excited for, because I'm a nerd, is based off of my little helmet right over here. Lord of the Rings. We are getting another movie, and this one is going to be written by Stephen Colbert and his son. Right after Stephen Colbert finishes his Late Show run, I think in May. He is going to write a Lord of the Rings movie with his son for Warner Brothers, and it's supposed to take place after The Hunt for Gollum, and it's based off of the synopsis that I read that he had an interview about, was that this was going to take place after Frodo's death and following Samwise Gamgee and his daughter, I think. I could be completely wrong off that, but Stephen Colbert, for those of you that don't know, is a huge nerd for Lord of the Rings, and I'm very jealous because he's gotten to meet so many of the actors and actresses that have been in Lord of the Rings, and also has Aragorn's like actual like sword. And I just, oh man, it's just like so cool that when you get to be a nerd and get to be the people that made you into who you are. So that is super cool that we are getting a new Lord of the Rings movie from somebody that is a huge nerd and geek in that realm. It's a sequel, not a prequel. Sam's daughter investigating the War of the Ring. Yes. Okay. Yes. That. Yeah. Okay. Cool. 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 I'm just making sure I was right on that sequel, not a prequel. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Super excited about that though. I am excited to see like when we're supposed to get it and yeah, all the good things of who's gonna have like direct it. I wonder if he's gonna have Andy Serkis do it or if he's gonna be the one that's gonna do it. I don't even know. I'm just really excited because I really do love Lord of the Rings and I'm a fan of Stephen Colbert's. So the next thing on the list is Avatar: Fire and Ash. Um, so this movie it came out in theaters, did pretty well. James Cameron is saying that he is going to do the sequel to this movie. Um, so the fourth Avatar of the fourquel series, and the Avatar: Fire and Ash is going to be on video on demand starting tomorrow. So if you haven't watched it yet and you're looking for a way to watch it, you can buy it starting tomorrow. The physical copies won't come out until May 19th. AD said that should be really good. That Colbert is like the biggest Lord of the Rings fan ever. This is true. Like he can quote like just passages out of the book. Like one of his fans was in the audience and came up to him and said, I started watching Lord of the Rings. And he's like, oh, what part are you at? And he's like, I think I'm on this chapter. And he's like, oh, wait until you get here. And then there's more after this. And you went like in depth and started saying all these really cool nerdy things that I don't get because I've never read the book. But it was really cool to see people like nerd out and geek out about their passions. But those of you waiting for Avatar: Fire and Ash, if you really do like physical copies of Blu-rays and all of that, that will be May 19th. The next thing on the list is Super Mario Galaxy movie. This comes out on Wednesday, so on the 1st of April, and a little kind of trailer thing that we all kind of weren't expecting that we randomly got was that Glenn Powell himself is going to be in it as Fox McCloud. So those of you that are super into the Mario universe, I'm sure you guys all were excited. He has a great, um, voice, I think. Anyway, they still make Blu-ray. Yes, they still do make Blu-ray. Fun fact, and people do collect them. But I am excited for Super Mario Galaxy movie. I don't think I'm going to be able to see it this weekend because Blake is flying out and we're going to be hanging out together. But if we do have time, maybe we'll go to the drive-in and get to see our first movie together. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so Super Mario Galaxy movie will come out on the 1st of April. The next thing that's on the list is kind of like a super secret kind of project that's happening right now, and it is going to be with Universal. It's supposed to be a sci-fi project, and Ryan Gosling is just now been the head of it. The two gentlemen on the right are the Daniels, and what they're known for is Everything Everywhere All at Once, the movie that came out a couple of years ago that kind of cleared a bunch of the shows, like the award shows. So they are now working on a secret Universal project that they have Ryan Gosling that they just signed on with him to do. The next thing is D23. This is happening this year in August on the 14th to the 16th. They just announced the dates for Anaheim. And for those of you that are really wanting to go, they did put out their prices as well for one day versus all 3 days and what that would look like. And they also have different tiers as that goes with if you want their like special commemorative pins, because Disney people really do like trading pins and such. Um, but yeah, that this D23 is happening August 14th to the 16th, and I'm hoping that's when we're gonna get some more Marvel type of news, as well as SDCC in July. Speaking of Disney, Disneyland Paris just came out and opened up their World of Frozen land. It looks super cool, and yeah, super super cool about them, for them to like open a new part of their park, because there are Disney adults. A lot of people do like Frozen, and especially because we are supposed to get Frozen 3, I think, next year, and then Frozen 4 eventually down the line. So next on the list is Lights Out 2. For those of you that haven't seen Lights Out 1, it's a really great horror movie, about like a creature that kind of moves when the lights are out. It is based off of a short kind of like a short film that was made, and then someone saw it, really liked it, thought they could go somewhere with it, so they took it and made it into a larger film, which was Lights Out, and it was absolutely amazing. I really enjoyed it. Now they're coming out with the Lights Out 2. They got a screenwriter, and his name is Connor Osborne McIntyre. um, he isn't known for anything really. He's a new up and coming writer, and I really like that about Lights Out, is because it's like an indie kind of thing. And AD said that the short was like super creepy, which makes sense because the actual movie is also super creepy. If you guys are into horror movies, haven't seen Lights Out, definitely recommend it. I really rarely talk about things on here that I don't recommend. So there's that. Next on the list is Bot Rising, and this will be the last topic for our Educated Wish Entertainment. Jason Eccles recently was doing an interview, and he was saying that Bot Rising has a plan to do multiple seasons, uh, which is the story on Soldier Boy, and I'm here for it. I love Jason Eccles. I can't wait for The Boys season 5 to see how he does in it with Jared Padalecki and Misha Collins. The original Supernatural trio is coming back for The Boys season 5. I'm here for it. And I like Jason Eccles as a just like as an actor. I think he's great. So I'm excited to see what he does with Vault Rising and with the character, and how that all goes. We don't know for sure if there will be multiple seasons, but there is a plan and an intent to do multiple seasons of that. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and close it off with some Con Spotlight. All right, I'm gonna kind of do what we did last week, where we just talked about like some like really cool cons that are coming out there. So the first one that we have is called Armageddon Expo, and this is going to be in New Zealand next weekend for April 3rd to the 5th. So our guests that we're going to have are Andy Serkis, Ross Marquand, Chandler Riggs, and others. So, if you're in New Zealand looking for something to do, or if you ever are looking for another Comic-Con, because it looks like they do these every couple of months. The next one I do believe is in at the end of April or in August or something like that in New Zealand. Yeah, it's super cool to see that other places have Comic Cons that they do, and not just like the United States. So the next Comic Con is called the Puerto Rico Comic Con. Guess where it is? Is Puerto Rico. But this one is also April 3rd to the 5th. The guests that they have are, just to name two, are Jamie Campbell Bower, and you also have Ron Perlman that are going to be at that. So fans of, you know, Stranger Things and Fallout with Ron Perlman, or even Hellboy. You have so many things to choose from for both of them, really. So yes, if you are in Puerto Rico and looking for something to do, there you go. The last Comic Con that is happening next weekend is called Collecticon, and this is happening in Dallas Fort Worth, Texas. This is happening on April 4th and 5th. Some of your guests are Soldier Boy, and they have like a bunch of anime names, like Kyle Herbert, which is from My Hero Academia, and Kenny James from Super Mario Bros. And I think he's Bowser. But that is it for Comic Cons. And thank you guys so much for being in the comments, hanging out with me, and just really getting to talk about all that nerdy stuff for things to watch for this coming weekend. Like I said, you have Super Mario Galaxy movie that comes out on the 1st of April. So that's on Wednesday. And then you have the drama, which was with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson, that comes out on April 3rd. It's an A24 film that's coming out. But that is all. See ya till next time.